is a live stream. So I'm going to start doing turning. 1 second, I'm about, no, it's the wrong thing. Okay, I'm going to set you up for solos. Very cool stuff. Okay, go here. Okay. Now you are ready. Okay. Now I'm just gonna put you on the side. Now we get 3x3. Right tap green front. R2B, U2D prime, R prime, B prime, L prime, B, D, R prime, F2, R2, U2, F2, R2, F2, L, U2, F2, L, U2. There's building, so it might be loud. Okay, I forgot about this one. Inserting that into there, inserting that into there, that insert, that here, peel. Okay, so now white top green front, R2, F2, D2, L2, U, R2, F2, R, L2, D2, L2, U2, F, R2, U, R prime, B prime, U prime, R2, U2, L prime, R. Okay, inspection, okay. This I could use, okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Into that, insert, into that here, that insert, that last here, and here. White top, green front, D2F, U2, D2, R prime, D, F2, B prime, R, L2, F2, D2, F2, B2, U prime, L2, U2, F2, L2, U. Okay. Bad idea. Okay. No, we're not gonna put you up on that. I think yesterday I put you on a cube, but I'm not sure. Into inserting like that, into that, and last here, OL, and PL. Okay, and now D prime B U B R L2 F D prime L B R prime U B2 U prime R2 L2 D prime F2 U prime B2 D B2 D2. Inspection. Now into inserting that, into inserting that here, that here, and left-handed here, and here. Okay, now I'm going to show analytics. Just tricked you. U prime L2 V2 F2 D prime B2 D prime R2 B2 D L2 U R prime U B2 F2 R F prime L D prime U prime B. Okay, and this I could just do that into that insertion into that insertion, that pure, that back piece, pure, over. Hi, who is that? Okay, and pure. That was a bad self. B prime R prime. B2 R F2 D L prime F prime U R2 B2 D2 F2 R F2 L prime B2 R prime U2 R F2. Okay, I could do a GL prime. I could do that insertion into that insertion into the L slot. Now this here, and yeah, that was bad. I plus 2'd it, but I'm not gonna do a plus 2 because over here at Cubing Smart we do not plus 2. Okay, now I could just do that. Into that insertion, into that pier, that last pier, and pier 18.51. Yo. Let's go. So, with top green front, B2 R2 F2 R B prime L prime U R L U prime L2 F2 B2 L2 B2 L2. I'll just continue from the random point. LU prime. L prime U R L U prime L2 F2 D prime L2 D prime F2. Okay, U B2 R2 F2 L2. Now let's just take. I'm going to turn as fast as possible. Now that into that insertion, that piece into the left. Now that and yeah. Okay, that messed up. Okay. D prime F2 U2 L2 R2 F2 L2 U F2 D R2 U2 F prime D F D R prime U2 BF R prime. Okay. Okay. B prime R2B, L2B prime D2, R2B2, L2 F prime, L2 F prime, L prime U prime, L2B, U2 F prime, U prime B2, D. Okay. Okay, now I could just do F2 into that insertion, into that insertion, that, into that, OL, and PR. Okay. D F2, D prime F2, L2, B2, L2, U2, B2, U, L2, D2, L, R2, B, L2, D prime F, U prime, B2, R prime. Okay, so this is going to be a double X cross into that piece, into that, okay. How are analytics? Okay. 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 So DR2 B2L2 R2D R2B2 F2U R2D2 B prime L prime B U B R2D U2 R F prime. Okay, so I have this piece, I could just do. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I could insert that into that, into inserting that into that, into that, into seal. Cool. Okay, that was a good song. U2 F2 L2 F D2 L2 F prime L2 U2 R2 D2 F prime D prime F prime U2 B prime L2 U2 R prime B prime U L F prime. Okay, into inserting that into that insertion into that. Inserting that into inserting that insertion into battle wall and here. $24,000 views in the last 7 days, 4.9 thousand minutes in the last 7 days, and 836 subscribers. Keep on clicking on the wrong tab. I'm going to move this down to the last. Okay, what number place am I? How many 10-3? Okay. I'm gonna join a lobby. L prime FU R prime B2 D prime F2 O2 F U2 O prime B2 D2 R U2 B2 D2 R prime B2 R prime. Into inserting that, into inserting that insertion, and that insertion. Oh no, 26 seconds. R2 D2 F2 R2 D2 B2 R D prime L2 F2 R2 F2 DR F2 R prime F prime D prime U R B prime L D prime. Okay, let's just insert that into that insertion. that into inserting that, the oil, that one. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for that person to show up. Maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna go and do my own shows. Okay, into that insertion, into that insertion, that wasp here, and 18.5, okay, I could do better. Let's go to elimination. Okay. So white tab, green front. D prime R2 U prime B2 D prime L2 U B2 L2 R2 D2 U2 R prime D2 F prime D prime R U2 L F prime U. 1 second. Oh. Okay. So that was just my sister. She's annoying. Okay. So now let's insert this into there. That piece gets inserted into there. That insertion. That piece. Last here. OL and POL. White top, green front. L2, U2, F, U2, B, U2, L2, B2, F prime, U2, B prime, U2, L prime, U, B2, F, D, R2, B, L prime, O prime, U2. Inserting that into there. That piece gets inserted into here. Into that. That here, that oil, and terrible solve. Okay. UL2 D prime D2 D2 U2 D2 L2 F2 R2 D F2 R2 U R prime D2 B2 F prime D prime R prime D prime U2 R2. Okay, I'm just gonna solve these like as I go. Corner twist. Okay. OL and PLL. How many U moves could I do? Can I do more than 3? U2 R2 D2 L2 B2 L2 U2 O2 U L2 O2 B D2 R prime D2 B F prime D B R prime U. Into this insertion into that back slot. Okay, 18. Okay, getting better. This probably would not be allowed in competition because of this. Okay. LU prime F prime B R U2 D F prime R prime F prime R2 U2 F2 R2 D2 F2 R2 F U2 F U2 B prime. Okay, and then Now that's how I solve cross. Inserting that. I think I have the closest style to Timon Kalashinsky. And how long was that? Okay, so I have this whole entire block, so I'm probably going to do, like, certain method that you should try, maybe, into inserting that, into that here, that insertion, inserting that piece. Comment if you know which method I'm using, and 19.402. Okay, I think I'm going to finish here, and bye.